So what I start to understand about these game dudes is that they will tell you every single thing. They will always think they right about every single thing, and they will put their spin on the shit. They would think that in life, that you either take advantage of somebody or you get taken advantage of, and that's a fucked up way of thinking. But guess what? In the grand scheme of things, they're delusional because they never see reality. These are the type of dudes who always run from learning something new. DJ Cuda don't know multiple languages. He don't know Spanish. He don't know Brazilian Portuguese. He don't know Japanese. He don't know any of this shit. All this game, he spent so much time talking about game, but he don't know anything outside of that shit. I learned from multiple people how to survive in the world. I learned from guys who used to be in the military. I learned from guys who used to be PIs, private investigators, how to track people through Google Maps, how to track certain people, track certain locations based off Google's maps and based off certain locations. I learned that through being friends with a PI. So, and I also knew how to edit and do camera work. Also, when I was friends with the hackers, I knew how to do certain things they taught me. So I learned from everybody, and I was a student of theirs. I'm always trying to be a student instead of trying to be a teacher. But with these dudes, these game dudes, they always want to be the teacher, but never the student. You never see these dudes try to learn anything new because they focus so much on that one bullshit that they've been doing this whole time that they can't even fathom putting themselves under somebody where they have to learn something new. These dudes are so fucked up in the head that's the reason why 20 years later you got all these old ass niggas on there on a panel talking about game. Didn't learn not one fucking language. No Spanish, no Japanese, nothing. They didn't learn shit. And I'm like, these dudes said they've been all over the place, but they didn't even learn the culture. These guys don't like to learn nobody else's culture. These guys don't like to learn anything about tech. They don't like to learn nothing about science, mathematics, even stuff that even requires you to be trades. These guys don't learn goddamn thing. I try to teach a couple dudes like this about welding, and I couldn't do it. I gave the fuck up because these dudes was trying to tell me about something that I was doing for a long time. And I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know how to push the damn button right. You don't even know how to set up the machine. But you're trying to teach me? And I'm like, wow, these dudes are really fucking delusional. So what I'm starting to get about these dudes is that these dudes always want to be the teacher, but never the student. You put these guys never want to give up their power and learn. Because when you're a student, you have to learn from other people. And you have to concede to another person and be under another person. These guys think that they so much better than you. They know every fucking thing. They know every angle. They try to tell you about your life. They try to tell you about what you are, who you are. And you can never actually tell them that they're wrong. They don't never concede that they're wrong. And it's the weirdest thing that I ever seen in my life with black people. It's like they try to tell somebody who's a Nobel Peace Prize winner that he's wrong for something that he won a Nobel Peace Prize. I'm like, yo, these the type of dudes who can never. This is the reason why these guys are bad at history lessons. This is why these dudes are bad at mathematics. These are why these dudes are mad. This is why these dudes are actually not good at science or anything else outside of this bullshit because they can't keep up, and this is why they quit. Like if all these game dudes are so damn smart, then why they're not knowledgeable? Why do you gotta come in a space full of smart people and say, oh, we can learn from each other? Nigga, we ain't barting. Well, I'm not barting from you. Some of the shit that I learned, it took me years to learn. Why the fuck I'm gonna learn something that you didn't even require yourself to go, and you're not even making a whole bunch of money? Then you got all these different people coming in. You got all these different people that look so fucking stupid. And this, and I'm like, damn, I'm like, these guys are trying to tell people that have more experience that everything is a game. And then they try to put it, and they try to mechanize it, and it's like, okay, if it's a game, then why can't you beat the game? Why can't you beat the game, the money game? Why can't you beat the power game? Why can't you beat the alliance game? Why can't you master any of these forms of game that you say everything is a game, but you always losing? Then these niggas are never trying to learn anything new. They're always talking about the shit that they used to. Right now, it took me 2 years right now. Right now, I started to learn how to power scale. It took me 2 years to learn how to power scale because I was headcanon a lot of things, and I was getting mad because my favorite characters or my favorite people that I like to power scale, or the games I like to power scale, how weak they was compared to other people. Like, I learned how to power scale. I learned how to do many different things out here, and I'm keep learning. I'm never going to sit here and try to act like that I'm always going to be a teacher. I want to be a student as long as I can, because that'll make me a better teacher in the future. But I'm not going to sit here and act like that I'm a teacher when I don't know half of the shit that's going on in the world. Like this, and this is what showed me on DJ Kuda's panel. This is what showed me on all these dudes that talk about game. These niggas never want to be. These dudes never want to be somebody who learn on the people. They're the worst fucking people to teach anything to. Like, have you ever tried to teach somebody who talk all this shit about Spanish or Japanese, and these niggas don't know how to keep up? You looking like, how long it's gonna take you to learn how to conversate in Japanese? Please. How long is it going to take you to learn to conversate in Spanish? Please. What's wrong with you? And it's like, oh, no, man, this shit is hard. I'm like, but you said it's a game. So why the fuck you don't understand this shit? And then sometimes you try to teach them some simple shit, and they don't even pick it. You can tell how fucked up and delusional these niggas are if you teach them something simple and they forget it the next day. Or you teach them something simple and basic, and these niggas forget it the next 5 minutes. That's how mentally fucked up these dudes really are. Like, this is why I came to the conclusion, like, hey man, now I see why people stay the fuck away from them. Now I see that why Keith Lamont, Marco Grande, Zero is like not coming in the chat anymore, or not being around these motherfuckers no more, because they see it. They see this shit like, wow, these dudes are fucked up in the head. I don't want these niggas around me. My head's hurting because I'm being around these niggas too much. I don't want to be around this shit no more. And it's showing more and more. And the more and more DJ Kuda keep talking about game, the more and more he gonna get subscribers. Because I know DJ Kuda's real plan. He's trying to throw a wrench, because DJ Kuda's not gonna go now him talking about game like this. He's never gonna go on a panel full of serious motherfuckers talking about nothing but women. If somebody comes up with a panel full of guys talking about something new, he's not gonna show up. He's not gonna be there. But when it comes to women, he gonna show up. Oh yeah, what's up, guys? Just like Super Trends did. Oh yeah, man, these women and this, and we women and this and that. These women and this. But when it comes to something serious or something that's gonna help black men or whatever, he'll never show up. He'll never show up. None of them will never show up. These game dudes cannot, outside of that game shit, they would never show up when it comes to something serious. If it's something like, something that will help black men come together or whatever we need to do, these dudes would not show up. They would just sit there and look in the chat and act like they were part of the conversation. That's what they do. But when it's come to game and camming up and all this other bullshit, here they come. They show up full force. So, yeah, man, that's what I learned from. That's why I'm starting to see with these game dudes. And then you got a lot of guys who peacock and shit, and they don't like. These dudes think that their life. These dudes think that that life don't have no consequences as long as you call shit a game, and you can beat somebody who's 10 times smarter than you with game. Man, these dudes are fucking phony and weird, man.